You hear me? Hello? Hello?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm able to hear you.
Yeah, so no one responding, right? That's the reason.
Okay. No, we are able to hear you. At least I'm able to hear you.
Yeah, correct. Fine. Okay. So I think last class we discussed about how SAP works, what is SAP is, and what is the role of consultant, what end user used to do, and we discussed about some topics also, and we discussed about purchasing topic, services management topic, and inventory management and fiscal inventory. So next one, fourth one. Please mute yourself. Fourth one, valuation and account assignment. Valuation and account assignment. So here in this chapter, what we do, we are going to integrate with finance department. Integrate with finance department, and we are going to see how the process flow from MM to F5. How the process flow from MM to F5. So with these three topics, or with these three chapters, we discussed only in MM level. Only in MM. And from fourth level or fourth topic, we are going to discuss how we are going to integrate with other department or with finance department. Then apart from that, fifth one, special GL or special procurement, not GL, procurement. So procurement means it's nothing but a purchase or gather. Yeah, procurement means gathering information regarding purchase. So here procurement, the two special procurement, we are having many special procurement. Like first one is subcontracting. Subcontracting means we are having the project but no manpower is there. So what we do, we are going to hand over the product to some other vendor. That is subcontracting. Then second one is consignment. So in big companies, what is consignment is, I am explaining. In big company, there will be regular or continuous production, right? There will be continuous production will be there. So on that time, we need to maintain the raw material properly, right? We need to maintain the raw materials or materials properly. So whenever I require the material, that material I can easily pick with storage location and easily produce the goods. So consignment is like that only, or by using consignment we can able to maintain the procurement process easily, or production, not procurement process, production process easily. Means vendor is going to store his material with us and ownership with him only, with vendor only, ownership with vendor only. Okay, so we can use that material whenever we require. We can use that material whenever we require and need to pay how much we used. So that is called as consignment. Vendor is going to store the material with us and ownership with vendor only. Whenever we require, we can use that material and we need to pay that much. There is consignment. So in real time, what will happen in like company like Cadbury's? The company like Cadbury's, they are into continuous production, right? They need to maintain the material, but instead of every time, we cannot post the purchase order and we can order for material. Instead of that, we are going to enter into this kind of procurement where vendor is going to store his material. Okay, and please mute yourself. Vendor is going to store his material. Whenever we require, we can use that one. So that is what we call as consignment. Third one, RTP or returnable transport of packaging material. So what is that RTP? Returnable transport of packaging material. So assume that you purchase some material, vendor has sent that material along with the packaging material. Say example, you are looking for 100 kgs of LPG cylinder or LPG gas, and that LPG gas which comes under or comes with cylinder, right? Cylinder comes under or comes with cylinder. So we are looking for this material only LPG gas, but we don't want to purchase any cylinder. So vendor, what they do, if I am going to order 100 kgs of LPG gas, vendor will pack that gas into cylinder and he is going to deliver the goods. But we never purchase cylinder, right? So in that case, how to handle this kind of situation? I don't want to purchase cylinder. I want to purchase only LPG gas, but I don't want to purchase cylinder. So in this case, we are going to maintain this kind of procurement. Okay, so that is what we call as RTP. Next, fourth one, split valuation. Split valuation. Sometimes what will happen now? We are going to purchase the material with a two different way. Like we are going to purchase the material with a domestic vendor, or sometimes we are going to purchase the material with import vendor. Same materials we are going to purchase with a different vendor, but the price may vary. Price of that particular material may vary. So same material with different price. That is what we call as split valuation. Same material with different prices or value called as split valuation. These are all topics which comes under special procurements. Next one, sixth one, logistics invoice verification. Logistics invoice verification. Logistics invoice verification, or it's also called as LIV. So after purchasing of material, vendor is going to deliver the goods to us. So in our system, we are going to show it as goods receipt, and after receiving the material, vendor is going to raise the bill, or that is also called as invoice. Invoice is nothing but a bill. Vendor is going to raise the bill. So on that bill will be maintained in logistics invoice verifications. Okay. Say example, we are going to purchase the material, or we are going to input all the details in purchase order. This is what we call as purchase process cycle. Purchase order. The purchase order we are going to post to vendor. Then vendor is going to deliver the goods and in our system we are going to show it as goods receipt. And after receiving the of material, vendor is going to send the invoice, or it's also called as bill. So on that basis we need to pay the amount. So that all these things will be maintained in logistics invoice verification. Next one, 7th one, consumption based planning. Or CBP. Consumption based planning or CBP. Consumption means on the basis of previous consumption of material, we are going to forecast the future requirements. So on the basis of previous consumption of material, we can forecast the future requirements. So there is a topic called MRP. MRP stands for Material Requirement Planning. Where we are going to integrate with production department or PP department. Production planning department. We are going to integrate with production department. So MRP means material requirement. Usually material is required to produce the goods. So on that basis we are going to integrate with production department. We are going to capture the data or material requirement for PP, and on that basis we are going to fulfill the material requirements we are going to fulfill. In this section we are going to integrate with production department or PP department. Next one, last one, STO or stock transport order. So stock transport order, what we do here we are going to transportation of material from one plant to another. Assume that you are having 2 or more plants. You need to transport the material from one plant to another plant. How we are going to transport? So we are having 2 routes here. One is MM route, and second one is SD route. SD means sales route. Through customers we are going to transport the material. So here in this SD route we are going to integrate with SD department or sales and distribution department. Integration with sales and distribution. In 4th chapter we integrated with finance department, right? And in consumption based planning we integrated with production planning, and in last topic we are going to integrate with ESD department or sales department. So this is overview how I am going to or what are the topics we are going to teach throughout our course. And as I told you, these are consultant level of topics. The end user topics not highlighted. Okay, so while working with these configurations, we are going to work as end user also, and how we are going to test the configurations and whether it is working or not. We will check that one in end user level. Okay, so just I am highlighting the consultant level of topics. So this is an overview. If you have any doubts, you can let me know. Hello.
I just wanted to know, like, what are the areas, in which areas are these things applied? Like, SAP is applied only in industries or even in IT companies?
Yeah, IT companies also they applied, industries also, but on the basis of your client. So assume that you are working for Accenture.
Yeah.
Your client will be say Reliance.
Yeah.
So on the under Reliance end user used to work, but back end support will be maintained by Accenture. Yes, yes. So whenever they require any configuration support, we do that one.
Hello, sir.
Hello. One minute. Hello. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Myself, sir. Myself, Atman Kritani.
Sir.
Yesterday, kindly explain from 4th point to 5th point.
4th point to 5th point.
Yeah, yesterday call was disconnected.
4th today we discussed, no? 4th and 5th today discussed.
About point.
So I'll do one thing. I'll share the videos. Okay. Okay. I'll share the videos. You can go with that. Any doubt you are having, you can let me know. I'll discuss that one. Or 1 minute. I'll explain that one. 2 minutes. Just give me 2 minutes.
Third one.
Yeah. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 1 minute. I'll come. ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಜಾಯಿನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅದು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಈಗ ಜಾಯ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಂ, ಅದೇ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೈಡಿಂದ ಈ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಹಾಂ, ಅದೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೀವು ಒಬ್ರು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರೋದು. ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಹಾಂ, ಮತ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನೇನು ಹೇಳಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಅದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಐತಿ. ನೀವು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊತೀರಾ? ಹಾಂ, ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ, ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಇನ್ನೂ ಕಳಿಸಿಲ್ಲ, ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹಾಂ, ನೆನೆದು ಇವತ್ತು. ಹಾಂ, ಇವತ್ತು ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಹಾಂ, ಅದೇ ಸರಿ. ನೀವು ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ನೀವು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, tell me. Any further doubts?
Hello.
Huh.
Sir, yesterday call was disconnected. That some points are not there.
Which one? These three topics, huh? Purchasing.
Okay.
Okay, so. These three yesterday we discussed, and from fourth we discussed. Which one you want? Third or first and second?
Repeat from first. Scroll up. Scroll up.
That's it.
We are looking up to this level.
Okay, so totally 8 topics are there in SAP MM. That too in consultant level. First one is purchasing, where first topic is document type. Document already we discussed. Document means purchase order, purchase requisition, request for quotation. To post all these kind of documents, what are all configurations we require, that will be maintained in document type. So if you want to post a purchase order, what are the things we require? Mainly we require document types, on which document types we are going to post, and how it going to save, means how it is going to save, on which number it is going to save, and what is the screen layout. Means screen layout means in that particular screen which are all data or which are all fields I need to maintain. All these things will be configured in document types level. Then pricing procedure. Pricing procedure means whenever you purchase the material, okay, so what are the things you need to maintain. Like say example, you purchase the 100 quantity of material that cost around 1000 rupees per piece, and total value will be 1 lakh. That is what we call as cost. That is what we call as cost. Apart from that cost, we need to pay freight charges, insurance, custom duty, GST. All these things we need to pay, right? So that all this other than cost we are going to show in pricing procedure. So other than cost we are going to maintain in pricing procedure. We are having two types of pricing procedure: domestic pricing procedure and import pricing procedure. Domestic means whenever you purchase the goods within India, then what are the parameters or what are the conditions we need to maintain, that we discussed in domestic pricing. Assume that you are purchasing material from outside vendor, then some other duties or some other tax we need to pay, that will be discussed in import pricing procedure. Okay. Then release strategy. We are having a third topic called release strategy. Release strategy means, so all our purchase order or all our transactions should be monitored or should monitor by our higher authority. Okay, all our purchase order before posting to vendor, that will go to higher authority. When they approve, that will get released to vendor. When they approve, then that order or purchase or document will be get released to vendor. Okay, through that we are going to, or we can control vendors, we can control end users. So we'll discuss that one later. So if you're not able to understand, we'll discuss that one in that particular topic, don't worry. Then terms of payments means, say we purchase the material on 1st of January, and for that material we need to pay to my vendor, right? Within how many days I need to pay, that will be maintained in terms of payment. That will be maintained in terms of payments. And output determination, how you are going to send a order, or how you are going to send a request for quotation, how you are going to send the agreement to your vendor, either printed material or fax or through email. So this is what we call as output determination. How you are going to send your order or requisition or scheduling agreement, that will be maintained in output determination. In first chapter, what we discussed when we purchase the physical material. When we purchase the physical material, these are all configurations we need to maintain. Then, apart from physical material, we need to purchase services also. Because we assume that we require some security guards which we not recruited from company, or security guards which not comes under company's payroll. So what we need to do? We need to outsource these services from some other vendor. So vendors are there, or agencies are there, they are going to provide these kind of services. Okay, when we purchase these kind of services, how we are going to maintain, or what are the configurations we require, that will be discussed in external services management. Then third one is inventory management. Inventory management means after purchase of material, where we need to receive that material, and after receiving the material, where we need to store that material. Then we cannot store that material, and we need to move that material. We cannot store that material only. We need to move that material to different department, like we need to issue the material to production, right? Then sales department, or we need to send that material to scrap, or we need to send that material to sampling, right? So all these things will be maintained in inventory management. Then we are having another topic called fiscal inventory. So fiscal inventory means comparison between system stock and physical stock. Sometimes what will happen, according to system there will be 100 quantity, but whenever you check physically, then the available quantity will be 80. This is a loss for us, right? This is a loss for us. So according to the category of the material, we need to count the material. You need to count the material according to the material category. Okay, say example category A, high costly material with less storage. What we do? We are going to purchase that material. Whenever we got the material, we are going to send that material to production department. We are not going to store that kind of material because it's a costly material. On that time, we need to count that material once in a month, because it's a costliest material. Any deficiency will be effect for us, or it is a expenses, is considered as a expenses. So that's the reason what we need to do. We need to count that material monthly wise. So second type of material, category B material, like medium costly material with medium storage, count will be 2 months wise. 2 months wise we are going to count that one. And category C material, costly material with medium storage, count will be 6 months wise. Then category D material, then the category D material means low price material, high storage will be there, and count will be yearly wise. Okay. So all these things will be maintained in fiscal inventory. So we need to categorize the material. So on that basis, we need to count that material. Okay. So that is comes under inventory management and physical inventory. So apart from that, fourth chapter we are going to integrate with finance department, a topic called valuation and account assignment, and where we can see how the process flow from MM to FI. How the process will go to finance department from MM level. Then special procurement, there we are having 4 topics like subcontracting, consignment, RTP and split valuation. Subcontracting means, assume that we are having the project but we are not having manpower. What we do? We are going to hand over that project to some other vendor or some subcontractor. He is going to fulfill the requirement and he will come along with the project, complete project. So that is what we call as subcontracting. And consignment, in consignment what will happen? Vendor is going to store his material with us or with our storage, and ownership with vendor only. Whenever we require that material, we can use that, and how much we use, that much we need to pay. Then RTP means returnable transport of packaged material. Say we are looking for some material, but along with that material vendor is going to send packaging material also, means that material will be packed with some other material. That is what we call as packaging material. So in this situation, say example, we are looking for LPG, 100 kgs of LPG gas. LPG gas will be packed in cylinder. Vendor is going to send the cylinder, LPG gas along with cylinder, but we don't want to purchase cylinder. So in that case, we are going to maintain RTP. After purchase or after consumption of LPG gas, we are going to return this material or return this packaging material. And 4th one is split valuation. So assume that you are purchasing a material with domestic vendor. Whenever you purchase the material with domestic vendor, the price will be 1000, and whenever you purchase the material with same material with import vendor, the price will be 1100. The material will be 1, say material X, material will be 1, but if you purchase with some other vendor or different procurement, then the valuation will be may change, may vary. So on that time, we consider that as a split valuation. Valuation will be different. That's the reason it's called as split valuation. Then logistics invoice verification. So after purchase of material, vendor is going to deliver the goods. So in our system, we are going to show it as a goods receipt. So goods receipt, after receipt of material, vendor, you need to send the invoice or bill. So on that basis, we are going to pay the money to vendor. Means finance department will take care of payment. Then 7th one is consumption based planning or CBP. So here we are going to integrate with production department. CBP means the consumption based planning. Consumption based planning is on the basis of previous consumption of material, we can forecast the future requirements. Consumption based planning. Consumption means already is consumed. On that basis, we are going to maintain or we need to forecast the future requirements. So here we are going to discuss MRP. What is MRP? MRP means material requirement planning. So here we are going to integrate with PP department. And last one is STO or stock transport order, where we are going to transport the material from one plant to another. Assume that we are having more than one plant, then we need to transport the material from one plant to another plant. For that, we are having 2 routes. One is route and second one is SD route. The SD route, we are going to integrate with sales and distribution department. Okay, fine. So these are the overview. Anything is there? Which we integrate with which department? Sorry? In only? Tell me first. Yeah.
Stock transport order and route we will integrate with which department?
No, route means in only we are through only we are sending. There is no integration in that level. In SD route, we are going to integrate with sales department. Fine. No, SD route we are going to integrate with SD department. route, only, materials management only. There is no integration. So reconnect, we will discuss. Okay, so we'll continue. Okay, so we'll move to next level. So next, so what types of projects we're having in SAP? What types of projects in SAP and roles of consultant? Roles of consultants means, as we discussed, we are into consultant level of training, but we are having different projects in SAP, and on that particular projects, what kind of roles we are going to play. So we'll discuss that one. So types of project and roles of consultant. So here, first project is implementation project. Implementation projects. Please mute yourself. Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello?
Hello. Sir, you are not audible, sir.
I'm checking that. Hello?
Yes.
Now it is okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So here we are having two types of projects. One is, types of project we'll discuss, and in that particular project what kind of roles we are going to play. So first project is implementation project. What is implementation? Implementation means migrating from non-SAP to SAP. Migrating from non-SAP to SAP. Assume that you are having a client or you are having a company called Reliance. Okay, Reliance. Reliance is looking for SAP to install. Install means, assume that they are using some software like Tally. They want to shift to SAP. How to install or how to implement? They need to consult SAP partners. They need to consult SAP partners. Who are all SAP partners? Like maybe IBM or Accenture or Capgemini. These people are, or these companies are SAP partners. And those who want to implement the SAP, they called as SAP customer. SAP customer, SAP customer and SAP partner. So SAP partners are responsible for SAP implementation in customer's location. Customer location. And SAP customer, who is SAP customer? Where SAP being implemented. SAP being implemented. Okay. So under customer, end user used to work. End user used to work under customer level, and under SAP partner, consultants will work. Consultants will work. So we may from different location, or we may not from different location. We may be one location. So we can maintain the project. So assume that we are in Bangalore and our client is also in Bangalore. SAP, say example, Reliance is in Bangalore. They want to implement SAP. What they do? They are going to consult SAP partner, and as a partner, we are going to implement SAP to this customer. Okay. So here, as a consultant need to configure from scratch level. scratch level. Need to scratch level means 0 level. 0 level. We need to start from the beginning. Need to start from the beginning. As a consultant, we are going to configure from scratch level. Okay, so we are having another type of project, say support project or post implementation or support project. So after implementation, what we do, we are going to hand over the system to our customer, but they don't know how to use it because the reason is because they don't have knowledge in SAP. And they are not access to, or they don't know the configuration process. The reason is two. One is they knew for the platform, and the second one is they don't know how to maintain the configuration or how to do the configurations. So that's the reason what they do. After implementation also, they may require our support. So in implementation project, as a consultant, we do the configuration from scratch level. But here in post implementation or support projects, we are not having any configuration things, or we are not having configurations start from 0 level. We already configured in this level, right? But after that also, they may request some support. So what they do to run our business smoothly, SAP customer requires support from SAP partner. Okay, so here in this type of project, so what is our role? Because we no need to configure anything, we already configured in the implementation project, all configuration is ready, but what kind of role we do in post implementation projects? First of all, need to prepare end user document. I need to prepare. So that is very important. So on the basis they used to learn how SAP works. And after the preparation of document, we need to train the end users. Third one, so this is not a regular work, right? Once in a or after implementation, we are going to prepare the document, and on that basis we are going to train the end users. And third one is addition or modification of configurations. Sometimes what will happen now, the tax procedure or tax structure will be changed from year to year. On that time, any configuration changes required or addition to that particular configurations, we can do that one as a consultant. So I think you are aware of GST. Before 2017, we were using VAT, value added tax, and after 2017, India has been implemented GST, right? So on that time, we are going to implement, or we are going to do the configuration for GST. VAT is absolute, so we need to do the configuration in GST. On the time, we need to add some configurations. Okay, then fourth one, and this is a day-to-day work, what we do in real time or in company. This is a day-to-day work. Solving the errors or issues, or it is called as tickets raised by end users. So while working with system, new system means SAP system, while working with or while doing transaction with SAP, end user may face some errors or issues. as I told you, they don't know how it works, means configuration how it works. That's the reason what they do, they are going to send the tickets to us. The ticket will come to us, so the ticket we need to solve. That is a major work in real time what we do in day-to-day business. Ticket will be 3 types: high priority ticket, medium priority, and low priority ticket. High priority means we need to solve the tickets within 2 hours, 1 or 2 hours. Medium tickets maybe 2 to 4 hours, and low priority 1 to 2 days. So priority wise we are going to solve the tickets. In a day we can solve maximum 5 to 7 or 5 to 8 tickets in a day. As a consultant we can solve 5 to 8 tickets we can solve in a day. Okay, why that much time we require, or why this much of small quantity we are going to solve? Because first we are going to receive the ticket from end users. After receiving that, we need to analyze that whether this ticket is related to department or some other department, analyzing. Then after that we need to find a solution for that. Then we do the configuration in the system. Then after configuration, it is very important, we need to test it, and after that we are going to send it to live. So these are our activities as a consultant we need to perform. Means we are going to receive, after that analyzing, solution, configurations, all these things we need to maintain. Once we tested with OK, that we are going to move to live part. We'll move to live part. Okay. So in a day we can solve, or solving one ticket we require at least 1.5 hours, right, or 2 hours. Maximum we can solve 8 tickets. So this type of projects we are having in SAP. One is implementation project, second one is post implementation project. In implementation project, as a consultant, need to configure from scratch level, whereas in post implementation projects we do have some this kind of work like preparing of end user document, training the end users, then addition or modification of the configuration, or then this is a major work, solving the errors or tickets raised by end users. So these are all activities we are going to work as a consultant in different projects. Fine, we'll stop here today and we'll continue with other topics tomorrow. Thank you. Good night.
Hello.
Ha.
End user ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು?
ಎಂಡ್ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಎಂಡ್ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಎಂಡ್ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಯಾವ ಥರ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಪೋಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್, ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಆರ್ಡ್ರು, ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ರಿಕ್ವಿಸಿಷನ್ ಇಂಥದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಅವರನ್ನು ನಾವು ಎಂಡ್ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇವರಿಗೆ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಏನೂ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ಎಂಡ್ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ಗಳು. ಸೊ ಇವ್ರು ಎಂಡ್ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡೋರು ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟ್. ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ನನಗೆ ಈ ಥರ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು, ನನಗೆ ಈ ಥರ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಆ ಬೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಂಡ್ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಎಂಡ್ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಏನು ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ದು, ಅಂದರೆ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಈಗ ಎಂಡ್ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಈ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಆರ್ಡ್ರ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಆರ್ಡ್ರ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಕೋಡಿಗೆ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟಿಗೆ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ಇವರು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಎಂಡ್ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ ಆ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರು ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ 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 ದೆನ್ ಬಾಯ್.
Sir, thank you.
ಓಕೆ ಬಾಯ್, ಗುಡ್ ನೈಟ್.
Okay, sir, thank you.